I got
Now,
slightly
now,
less.
guys, don't lighten it while darkening the moon, okay?
There's also the slightly thicken the dark mist. There's also one that lessens the dark mist. 50
Elises,
blood
you got
points for
anything?
survival.
No.
Fuck, man, you motherfuckers
I
don't
got
have
the
shit.
bonus blood points. That's all I got. Or slightly
Okay.
less than this.
Okay, okay, Elises, burn the blood points. Diego, do the thicken the dark mist, and I'll fucking black out the moon.
And I'll give emotional support. Gotcha.
Fuck, no, you won't do shit because you used this piece of shit.
A little bunker.
You don't find the skeleton key. You gotta buy it off of the blood web. I already have one.
Can't you also find into the chest?
I don't think so, dude.
What does the skeleton key do?
Actually, I don't know. I mean, you would think you could, since you can find a map, you can find a flashlight, a health pack,
and everything.
And a toolkit, and the skeleton is basically another tool.
Basically, it's the key that you can unlock that little. You know how you're the last survivor in the map? It opens a little basement door so you can escape without powering up the generators.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the skeleton
That's
key unlocks
what the
it.
skeleton key does.
So you don't have to wait. You don't have to be like the last
so,
one.
Like, you don't even have to wait for everyone to die. You can just unlock it?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to be a dick and escape the match before everybody else, you could just find that's what the map is for. The map will find the black lock, and once you carry your skeleton key with you, you just fucking go in there, open it up, and bye-bye. And it closes right after, too. So basically you leave and everybody else gets to stay and, survive the hard way.
So, but wait, thing with it, though, is like, the trap door, is it like a win? Like, well, what's the purpose of the trap door?
Yeah, the trap door is a win. It's an escape.
It's like opening doors.
Like, no, I know, but like I'm saying, like in this world that we're like in, where the hell does the trap door take you?
It takes you back to the campfire.
It takes you to the sewer, and you're out.
Because
it takes you through a secret tunnel.
In the story, you're in limbo basically. You're being tortured by like this demon, those little claws. Like every time you die, you get hooked by that little claw and sent into the air. That's like the monster controlling this world. And basically, it likes torturing people for some reason.
Damn, leave it to Diego to read the lore on this shit.
Yeah, basically there's basically every time you die, you spawn back to the campfire with like a piece of your soul missing. And basically, the thing is, the point of the survivors is to learn as much as about the world, and try to actually find an escape route. And basically, because the monster likes to feed off your hope and your soul, it likes to give you some hope so you won't just give up and die out. So that's why he made the campfire. That's why, like, usually the reason why the killers don't chase you after the escape thing is because the monster considers the campfire like a safe space for the survivors.
Basically it's like an endless game of tag, and then the campfire is like the safe zone.
Yeah.
But every time you go back in there, it's like it starts over again. Oh my god. That's actually pretty cool.
And basically, because basically, I guess they figured out that when you're the last survivor, you basically have no chance, and most people just give up there. So that's why he made the little trap door. There's like a little last-ditch effort, so you want to keep fighting. Because I guess it finds it amusing.
This is interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I hope eventually they put levels on here to where you have to escape. Like, say you escape 5 levels and you pass the game. That'd be pretty sweet.
Like a little story mode.
Yeah, like a little team story mode where you know how you run through the exit, and then you continue fighting. You basically fight a different guy or a different map, and you have to do that like 5 times. That'd be pretty cool to see how many people can actually make it through the whole 5.
Dude, continuously?
You would need a lot of teamwork. Yeah, like continuously.
Oh, like the first three is like one of each killer, and then the last two, it's like the two, then three,
All
all
three?
three of them.
The last one would be sick if it was all three. Like, what the fuck?
Right?
But
That'd be
I-
impossible.
But I would say, no, but I would say all three killers on the last one, but only one generator.
Yeah, but then
That way, you know.
well,
No,
okay.
I know, but you only need to fix one generator.
Alright.
You know what I mean? Like, not fixing all five, but
Like
only fix
one
one. out of
generator
how
at
many
the center of
there
the map, and all three of them just standing next to it. Imagine that.
You
Yeah.
That fucking wouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But
One
that'd be
stares
sick
at
to see
one
how many
side, the other
people
stares
actually
at the
make a
other
third.
side, and the last one stares like between them.
Or wouldn't like one stand by the generator and like two stand like basically wouldn't like they all just stand in one area? Like for example, right? Like let's say you only need to fix one generator, so they'll all be in different areas, or like they'll have one of them chasing everyone while the other two stand by the exits. So if they do fix the generator, they can't get out. You know what I mean?
That would suck.
That'd be true. That'd be interesting. But what if you made it to where you actually exit through like a tunnel on the ground somewhere that randomly spawns? That would be a lot better, because you know how the trap door randomly opens. Make it that way to where you actually, instead of spawning a door or like unlocking the door to continue to purgatory or whatever, you actually unlock the tunnel to like the gates of fucking heaven or whatever, and it just spawns randomly, and you just hop in and you're gone. You wake up, you realize that you were in a car accident, and you're like, what the fuck happened? I was dead, but I'm alive. No, that'd be pretty cool. I'm gonna write the developers and be like, hey, this is what you guys should do. Get on it. Get on it, mofos. We want levels.
Free of charge, son.
You want hookers and
Booze
black
and marijuana and cocaine.
And more Drake memes, god damn it.
Hell yeah, make Drake a killer. Or
instead of killing
He wouldn't
you,
kill
he
you,
like
dude. He helped us fix the
so
generator.
it's like I don't hook one, I hook two people, so they died together.
King Drake.
Or he's like the healer. He's like the new character. He's like, don't give up. He's like the helpful guy. Stick together, guys. I don't believe in monsters, but I believe in you. I like you have like a can of hairspray on your left, in your right pocket.
Is that hairspray?
Dude, that's not hairspray, man. It's a WD-40 because he's a mechanic.
Hell no. Look at his hair.
Gotta lube that
He's
shit
like
up.
borderline an anime character. That type of hair. Looks like freaking Cloud. Just turn it blonde.
What?
Cloud's pretty emo, huh?
Who is
Cloud?
Cloud.
Cloud?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they made his character into. He wasn't like that in the game.
No, nothing beats Vincent.
He's like an arrogant prick. At least, it's like again in the game, he was like an arrogant prick, and then like all of a sudden they reworked his character for the movie, and that's how he got stuck.
What movie? There's a movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Advent
Yeah,
Children movie.
Yeah, hurry up.
Yeah, and that one they made him like all emo for some reason. Well, I mean, it's apparently supposed to be related to like what happened in the game where he let Eris, or he tried to murder her, but then he was like kind of like in his own mess. He was like, oh, like, you know, I'm sad because of that, and for some reason it's my fault. And it's like, why are you like emo? Like, come on, dude, you weren't like this in the game. Even in after the game, or like after she got killed, he wasn't like that in the game. So I don't know where that all came from.
Wait, he tried to kill her?
Yeah,
I thought he was looking for her to save her or something like that.
well, I mean, the whole concept is that he was experimented on, like right after like the whole like, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the town that he's from, but like his hometown got burned down by Sephiroth. Like he got experimented on, and he got like a lot of like Genova cells implanted into his DNA.
Okay, so he's not a
And
clone, right? Because Paul and
No,
freaking
well-
Danny keep saying that he's a clone.
The whole, I don't know, that's debatable. Like, yes, because like the whole like it's supposed to be a big plot twist in terms of like what goes on in the thing, because he has like no actual memories of his entire life. The only thing he does is he remembers things that were directly like mentioned by Tifa, and that's it. Like, because if you notice in the game as they're playing, he doesn't remember anything. It's always everyone else mentioning things from his childhood or anything, and the memories he has are memories that would have occurred after he would have been created as a clone, quote unquote. That's why, like, it's like, you know, you don't know if he's actually like the real. Like the whole concept is that the real Cloud died in the incident back at like 5 years ago where Sephiroth murdered the whole town. Like Cloud died in that instant because, like, you see, he gets stabbed by Sephiroth in the chest. So the whole story is that he's a clone, but like what he is, he's one of the like Genova clones that are meant to like bring in the whole meteor. Like it's like the whole ritual that they talk about.
So why didn't he, you know, bring it? Or why didn't he help Sephiroth if he was a clone?
Oh no! Well, the whole concept is that he was
Yeah.
because he was obsessed with trying to find Sephiroth. But that's what the clones were built to do. They were meant to search out Sephiroth, to go any lengths to find him, and you know, reunite with him. That's why they called it the reunion. So like throughout the game, you start meeting other clones, and they're all like always like obsessed with Sephiroth. They're like, Sephiroth reunion, go. And then like that's what the plot twist was, is that, oh, I'm actually a clone. I thought that I was searching for Sephiroth because I wanted revenge for what happened, but it's actually what was engraved in me as my my programming as a clone. You know what I mean? So I went to find him for that reason. So again, it's like, you know, like they never really say is. Basically, Tifa just says, no, you're not the clone because, you know, you remember this thing that somehow you would have never known, and, you know, that explains it all. Even though it's like, you know what I mean? You were experimented on, you were like, even like when they showed the flashback of Zack, they show he was in a tube, Zack frees him, and then he just takes him like to where he is, and then Zack gets killed. And then, you know, he reworks his memories and puts himself in the position of Zack, and that's where the game takes off. So it's really, it's like, again, like really weird. Like it's never really mentioned, but like obviously you can really just say, yeah, he's not a clone.
Yeah, because Paul and Danny always saying that he's a clone.
Yeah.
No, like I'm pretty sure he wasn't, because Boris says he's not. You played the game like 3-4 times already.
Yeah, yeah. Well, wait. Who said what?
Paul, because Paul and Danny like playing that game too.
What did they say?
They're saying he's a clone.
Again, yeah, like it's never mentioned really, like, or it's never explained away, but it's like he is, but then he isn't. You know what I mean? It's weird. Again, they say original Cloud got killed, but you never know.
So I'm wondering if the story's gonna be the same for the new one, for the remake.
The what?
I'm wondering if they're gonna keep the same.
They're
story.
not.
I mean, they're not.
They're not. They are. I've already like looked at stuff about it. It looks like it's basically gonna be like that whole. Sorry, because I cut my finger, so I'm rubbing alcohol in it just so I don't get infected. Anyway, the whole thing with that is gonna be like a stupid like the whole episodic, but it's just gonna be like a retelling of the entire game in terms of like yeah. I really hate it because, okay, it's gonna be a retelling of the game with a hindsight mentality, if you can believe that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, do you remember that Dragon Ball Z movie they released not that long ago, where it was no, not that one. It was like an anime one, but like it was a retelling of Dragon Ball with the hindsight knowledge that Goku is a Saiyan. So, as a kid, he turns into Super Saiyan.
Oh, what the fuck?
So it's like, what the hell is that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that makes no sense.
He turns to
Like,
Super Saiyan?
and all the concept.
I do remember him using
Huh?
Kamehameha to shoot that blue general, the blonde general from the Red Ribbon Army. Because he fights him in the end, right? Like in the ocean or something, in the ocean?
Yeah, and like he goes Super Saiyan and he uses like a Super Kamehameha. And it's like, dude, like, or like I hated that because it's like you're retelling the story, the original story, with the hindsight knowledge that Goku's an alien, that he's capable of these things, but like completely forgetting the fact that Saiyans are inherently weak creatures. But you know what I mean? But like their biology allows them to adapt extremely well. You know what I mean? Because like in the show, it lets you know that like Saiyans, like no Saiyan really has a power level higher than like 16, 17,000. You know what I mean? Like that's strong for like people, like Earthlings, but in terms of like galaxy warriors, you know what I mean? Like warriors from across the universe, they're relatively weak. Like, you know, like during the Frieza saga, they're always saying, "Oh, I've never seen a Saiyan with like this strong." Like I've never seen a Saiyan who has a power level above 22,000 or something like that. So it's like they're relatively weak creatures. So it's like when they're all able to go Super Saiyan, it's like that's just with the hindsight knowledge that Super Saiyan is an achievable thing. You know what I mean?
I never knew they were supposed to be meant to be weaker. I thought they were able to adapt pretty well and grow stronger per fight, but
yeah, that's the point though. It's like they're really weak though. Like they're like comparing them with every other like alien or every other warrior, they're relatively weak. It's just the problem is that when you get a lot of them together under a full moon, they become a problem. And not only that, the more they fight, the stronger they become. So it's like gradually they become stronger. But the thing is none of them have ever lived long enough to get that strong.
Because they end up dying in the fight, right?
Yeah, they end up dying, or somebody like kills them or something like that. You know what I mean? Or they even kill themselves because they're very barbaric in terms of their like what their culture is. But like that was the thing that I really hate, and it became so stupid later on in the show. How, you know, everyone can just turn Super Saiyan like it's nothing, completely disregarding the fact that, you know, they call them the legendary Super Saiyan for a reason, and that only one appears every like 1,000 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like again, they made this Dragon Ball Z movie, which is a retelling of Dragon Ball, and in that movie, Goku turns Super Saiyan at the end as a kid, and it's like, no, he can't do that. Like if it were that easy to achieve, like, you know, like everyone would be like, how is Frieza a problem? You know what I mean? And even in Dragon Ball Z, they explain why everyone like Gohan, Goten, Trunks, they're all so strong. Is because they say that half Saiyans, half humans make very strong half breeds, so they get increasingly strong. Like, or they're far stronger than like normal Saiyans would be. That's why Gohan was so inherently strong at a young age, and Goten and Trunks can turn Super Saiyan really early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like I don't know, like it's like at least I preferred that explanation rather than, oh, you know, it just happens. You know what I mean? So it's like, what the hell? What do you mean?
Gohan, Trunks, Goten, they really don't seem like they're evolving any stronger at all anymore. Like they've just gone back to focusing more on Goku and Vegeta.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's because that's because Akira Toriyama was like half-assed his story at the end, or because you again like even he
because he was gonna
even
let
Gohan,
Gohan.
like at the end of the Buu saga, like at the end of the Buu saga, he like specifically wrote the story so that Goku, Vegeta, and everyone of the old guard basically failed to kill Majin Buu, and that it was up to the next generation to stop him. That's why like Goten and Trunks trained in the hyperbolic time chamber and became like Gotenks and Super Saiyan 3. Like they achieved the level that took Goku his entire like No, it took even his afterlife. Like he didn't achieve it in his entire life. Like he died before he could achieve it, kind of thing. They achieved it at a young age, and Gohan got like stronger than even they did. You know what I mean? So it was like even like Goku says, like, you know, it's up to them because I can't stop them, and I'm not gonna be there to save the world. So it was like they were supposed to take over, and it was explained because, you know, because of their like half Saiyan, half human biology, they're a lot stronger, and it's like up to them to take up the mantle. But then Akira Toriyama felt that Gohan wasn't like a good hero, so he brought Goku back to life like at the end, and like had him and Vegeta save the world instead of like Gohan and the younger people, which is like ridiculous. Like it's like, come on, dude, don't half-ass it, just go with it.
I did hate that,
Man,
especially for the fact that he's like when Gohan and the Super Buu fight, they're pretty even, and then Gohan gets the other, like he gets beat up and he gets killed by what's his name, Dende. So I'm like, yeah. So how come, you know, by just the biology itself, shouldn't he have gotten stronger? Because he got beaten up to the point like he's almost dead. So I'm like, Vegeta. It happened with the Vegeta, and he went from freaking going up against Frieza level, like his first form, to like being able to match up with Frieza in his final form. So I'm like, how come?
Or even that, like, it's the same thing with Goku. He went from a power level of 180,000 to being able to fight up against Frieza in his final form. You know what I mean?
Like almost at 50%.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, what the heck? Like, this boost is weird because even Vegeta, when he got his ass kicked by Raccoon, went from like a power level of like 30,000 or something like that to being able to fight Frieza at like 500,000 power level. Yeah. So it's like that's kind of a huge power jump. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, so how would Gohan's boost take effect here? Even Gohan gets a boost over and over again, which is again not completely disregarded at the end. My God, this is.
I just don't get that though. It's like oh, they do get like a power boost, but it's like, you know, it's a good power boost, but it's not too much that they make them overpowered. But then out of nowhere, they just ignore that and they give them like leaps and bounds.
Yeah, it's really inconsistent, but then again, it's Dragon Ball Z.
That's that kind of, I really like Dragon Ball.
Well, I know Dragon Ball's like much better in terms of like an actual story because it basically tells you that, like, you know, well, I mean, it does the whole Naruto concept where like it's not really about how like you're born, it's like how you work for it. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Because even then, like freaking like characters that are just completely ignored in the new one still do something in Dragon Ball. Like how?
Well, except Yamcha, useless.
Oh yeah. Because it's freaking Tien is like it's Goku's rival in that one. He could match him up for a bit. You know, Krillin is actually kind of cocky in that one. He's like smart, so he knows how to do weird techniques to get like a good shot on you.
What's also interesting is that like flying wasn't a thing.
Yeah,
so you know what I mean?
It was telekinesis. It's basically like psychic powers that Tien and Chaozu were the only ones that knew because they were psychic.
Yeah. And
I'm like, yeah, like, you know, after that it becomes like Ki energy or something like that. And I'm like, wasn't this, you know, isn't that the reason why Tien had his third eye? Because that made him into like a psychic or something like that.
Also, like energy is kind of like not a thing that a lot of people do. You know what I mean? Like it's not used a lot. It's like it's a lot of hand to hand kind of thing.
Yeah. Basically, and the energy thing is like it's like you could do it, but you know you better do it quickly, or you have to time it so that you know you have time to charge it up, because you know they could actually move around and, you know, counter it. Because even with when like the one with Krillin was fighting Chaozu, he was trying to do.
Been joining one game, guys. It's quite a while,
right? But like,
wanna go to Civ?
I'm down.
What are we doing?
Want to go to Civ? Because we haven't gotten into a game yet. It's kind of taking a while.
But I like how like all of them were kind of strong. They had like their own moveset.
Yeah.
Like freaking.
How everyone basically competed too against Master Roshi. Or Krillin did that. Like he's like, oh, like okay, how can I beat this guy? He's like, he grabs some panties and he throws it, and then he just kicks him out of the ring.
Yeah, like
And
he
it's
was
like,
smart
oh.
about it. I think he was actually kind of cocky back then too.
Yeah.
Like and then he became like they switched him into a coward.
They ruined them all. I really like Yamcha. Yamcha was one of my favorite characters. But now ended up becoming a vagina like Krillin and Tien and Chaozu. They basically just became people that hang around.
All the Saiyans basically, which is like, what the heck, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like even Tien against Cell, he put up a good fight. He had him stunned for a while.
yeah.
Like he did what freaking the other Saiyans couldn't do, and he was holding him down. But even then, it's kind of like they only make him shine for a little bit, and then they basically make him utterly useless. Like Krillin didn't do shit from Namek all the way till fucking now. He has not done a damn thing for anybody.
I mean, he was actually pretty useful in the Namek saga, but like after that, it's like nothing.
A little,
You know what I mean?
it was a bit, but for the most part, like once they actually started fighting like Frieza and all them, they kind of just like he kind of just started dropping down.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
in
he
the
did.
movies like the World's Strongest and the Tree of Might, those are like my all-time two favorites from Dragon Ball Z. Because right there, all the characters actually matter. Like they actually put up a fight, they actually do something.
That's actually
After
true. They
that-
all.
Yeah, like after that, it's just mostly either Goku, Gohan,
Piccolo.
Vegeta, Goku. It's Piccolo. Piccolo's kind of, I don't know. I'm iffy. I'm borderline with Piccolo
Wait,
because
he
they
died-
always make him to where he's always training, he's always keeping up with them, but he always falls short because you know he's not a main character.
Even though he's supposed to be like Goku's equal.
Well, I mean, that was the thing that they keep saying is that like he's even despite not being a Saiyan, he's like really tough. And then like at some point, like with the whole fusing with Kami, he becomes stronger than a Super Saiyan. But then there's like, no, Saiyans can still get stronger because, Saiyans. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
even though he goes into the hyperbolic time chamber and trains again, and he comes out of it, they're like, oh, then even Goku's like, oh, wow, you're really strong. I think you could probably you're the only one who could match me in Super Saiyan form. I'm like, that's kind of cool, but then you never show it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like, what the?
And I like how he never. What? I think Krillin only gets like one power boost, and all of Namek. Yeah, he's able to keep up with like the.
Oh, when that old guy puts his hand over his head, yeah.
Yeah, like, that's his only power boost. Yeah, he ends up fighting the Ginyu Force and like freaking Captain Ginyu.
Yeah, it was funny when he was fighting the Toad guy. That was pretty hilarious. Where he's like, he holds his breath, like, gotta go. Like, what a stupid ass power.
I like how he.
Like, you stop time because you hold your breath.
That's how you freeze time.
Like, how
basically.
incredibly cool and stupid at the same time. Like, what if you pass out? Like, what happens? You basically get your ass kicked or what? Oh, that frog! I forgot about the Ginyu Force. Those guys were stupid as fuck. Man.
I like how they had their own styles too. Like he froze, the blue guy ramped like sped quickly. The raccoon was like the powerhouse. Ginyu was like the strongest of them all. And then Gase was just there. The redhead guy. And I like,
So, Civ guys could be finding anything in here.
alright, I'm down.
Nah, I'd rather go Team Fortress.
Team Fortress?
Team Fortress thing?
Alright.
Team Fortress seems a little more fun. There's more variety in it.
I'll
I
keep
guess
the
Edwin's
support.
just mad because we can never finish a game.